Hi, Andrea Isabel Lucas here, founder and owner of Bar and Soul Studios and Bar Guild Academy, and I'm here to answer your burning questions again today. This one, oh, I love, such a good one. It says, selfish maybe, but how do I take better care of myself? COVID life lends so much to helping clients and family 110% of the time, but I feel like that's digging my own ditch. Eek. I know I can't serve from an empty well. Okay, great. First of all, I'm glad you know that. I know it's a little bit of a cliche and we've kind of all heard it. I also want to acknowledge that I think sometimes self-care gets kind of treated as a little bit of a moral imperative, like you're a bad person if you're not doing it, or there starts to feel like there's pressure, like you're supposed to be doing it a certain way. So I want to start by saying that self-care should serve you, should meet you where you are at, and it should make you feel good. It should make you at least feel better. So let's start by like throwing out any crap about what we should be doing or what it means about us that we're not doing it, or anything that is just going to further disempower you, stress you out, or make you feel worse. So let's start there. Now, my favorite piece of advice, and this is oftentimes people love to hear this, and they're also kind of like, it makes them feel a little bit crazy to hear this. I'm going to suggest that you literally do the bare minimum. So why? Because all of the research supports that that is the best way to create healthy habits. So there are plenty of books out there, a couple of them, Atomic Habits, Tiny Habits, they all say the same thing, which is that anything that you want to get going on a regular basis, or any habit that you want to form, you have to start from where you are today. So telling yourself, if say you're not exercising at all, telling yourself you're going to start doing these like killer boot camp classes 5 days a week at 5 in the morning when you usually sleep till 9 a.m., that's never going to work. Or it's very unlikely, put it that way. It's going to take every ounce of mental calories and willpower that you have to force yourself to do something like that. And what happens is a lot of times we fall into all or nothing thinking. So as soon as we screw up, we say, that's it. It's all over now. I give up. I'm going to quit. And then the habit doesn't have a chance to stick. So rather than all or nothing thinking, rather than go big or go home thinking, I want to challenge you to think about, what are the things, first of all, that you're already doing that work well for you, that you can pretty reliably hit, and how can we make those the starting point, the bare minimum starting point, or the non-negotiable starting point? So what we want to do is establish some bare minimums for you. Another way to think of them are non-negotiables. So that might look like I eat a vegetable at least once a day. It might look like I get at least 7 hours of sleep, even if I'd like to have 8. You have to start from where you are. Only you can say what's actually realistic for you. But the notion behind a bare minimum is that it should be 100% attainable. It's not a stretch goal in any way. It's the exact opposite of a stretch goal. So that is my advice to you. This is what is most likely going to provide you with a staircase, right? You can start with just the smallest baby step, and when you master that, then you can go to the next one and the next one. So give that some thought. Think about, what are some bare minimums that you could adopt right now that you know you can trust yourself to, or trust your life circumstances to be able to accomplish. When you have a feeling of accomplishment, when you have a feeling of like, okay, this has gotten easy, I think I could add on, then you want to add on very small, like very small incremental changes at a time. That's what's going to make the biggest difference for you. The last thing I want to say is just please know that you're not alone. You're not doing something wrong. There's nothing, there's no failure in the fact that you are struggling right now or that you're having a hard time. We are all going through a really difficult season collectively, globally, on this planet, and there's a lot of people really struggling right now, and just not that that's a good thing that others are struggling, but just know that it's not something that you did that is making your circumstances feel this way. So any bad feelings that you have, anything you might be beating yourself up over, let that go. It's only going to get in your way to have negative self-talk, and we want to focus on positive, small, incremental change. So I hope this was helpful, and I will be back to answer your questions again soon. Thank you so much. Please keep sending them, and I will see you again soon.